So we've reached the 5th of April. It's the end of another tax year. Most of the planning that was possible has now been done. Once again, we have to plan ahead for P11Ds, tax returns, and all that historical data that HMRC and others just love. But in this changing world, I thought it was appropriate at the end of this planning series to return to that elephant in the room and to ask you if you are ready for making tax digital. It's going to affect everyone, individuals and businesses. There's no escaping, you can't hide from it, so everybody is going to have to embrace the new way of working. The question is, why? What is the prime reason for MTD? Apparently, it's the tax gap. HMRC have calculated that small businesses account for the main part of the gap, either through carelessness, ignorance, or just not taking enough care. Their answer is MTD. And there are three key elements, but the ultimate aim is to improve the nation's bookkeeping. Digital records with a quarterly report, so that HMRC know you're doing it, and hopefully correctly. But they probably won't check, not at the start anyway. Will this include everybody? Well, no, there are some exemptions. Small businesses or small landlords with a turnover plus gross rents of under £10,000 will be exempt from keeping digital records and making quarterly updates. So will charities, but the trading subsidiaries of a charity will still be covered. So charity administrators will still have to get to grips with MTD. Other exemptions cover people who are practicing members of a religious society incompatible with electronic communications, but it's not sufficient to say you're a member, you've got to be practicing. You will also be exempted if you cannot get appropriate internet access or by age or for some other reason cannot use a computer. Records must be digital. These will either use accounting software or you can use spreadsheets. Either way, the results you report must fit the headings on your tax return. So get your spreadsheet headings in line with HMRC's list. Here is the list of headings for trades. It's fairly logical and fits with the way most people would divide up their headings. But make sure that your spreadsheets or your accounting software will report in this format. This is the list for landlords, and it is also taken from the tax return. It's all fairly logical and straightforward. The quarterly submissions to HMRC are going to be similar to submitting VAT returns at the moment. And incidentally, VAT comes within MTD in 2019. Like the VAT return, it's just the summary data that is submitted. The data that's submitted can be very unsophisticated, it can be on a cash basis, but you can, if you want, do full management accounts. You'll have a month to submit, and you can submit more frequently than quarterly if you want. The annual accounts, the profit reconciliation, the things that pulls together the quarterly reporting, will be submitted within 10 months of the year end. So we're all going to have different filing dates. When will you have to make your first quarterly submission? Well, for sole traders and partnerships above the VAT threshold, you're going into MTD in your first accounting period commencing after the 5th of April 2018. So if you prepare accounts to the 30th of April 2018, you will be amongst the first. But if it is 31st of March 2018, you will be among the last. And will have put off the evil day for almost another year. So do you want to change your accounting date? It's something to consider. Small trades and landlords below the VAT threshold will follow in 2019 and companies in 2020. Reporting of VAT will come within MTD in 2019, and once VAT becomes part of MTD, the online facility where you can just type in your VAT details will become redundant and may well be suspended. Property businesses, it's worth noting that while most businesses will probably want to use some sort of cash basis, the cash basis for property businesses is different. The cash basis for accounting is available to all small businesses, but there are differences in the cash basis for landlords. One important difference is landlords can deduct more interest, subject of course to the new rules on the tax relief for interest announced last year. MTD is going to be a major change which is going to affect everybody. As always, we're here to help, and especially with getting your records up to date and ready for MTD. And a long partnership, making life less taxing.